6'5", 205. He's known as El Quarterback down there near the Mexican border. He threw for 323 yards and 3 touchdowns and added a rushing TD and 4 point-after touchdowns. He's ridiculous smart, has a 97.9% academic average, all-district in football, basketball, and baseball. He throws the discus, runs the 400 in track, and happens to be the senior class president. I think he's going to run for president of the country one day. No surprise that Garza is a 2-time Built Ford Tough Player of the Week winner. Our next candidate, Colby Micah, quarterback safety from Flatonia High School. In a heart-pounding 41-40 win over Thrall, Colby tossed for 306 yards and 4 scores, the last in overtime to seal the victory. He was the long snapper on the game-winning kick. He also rushed 117 yards and made 7 tackles on defense, and he picked off a pass. He's virtually a one-man athletic department, winning all district honors in football, baseball, track, and basketball, all state honors at catcher. And in his free time, which I don't know how he has any free time, he organized fundraising relief for wildfire victims in the Bastrop community. Just a great kid. Our next man, Tyler Viatrek, who's a running back, linebacker, and punter at Falls City. In week 3, he ran for 224 yards and 3 touchdowns, made 9 solo tackles, but the biggest play was catching a Hail Mary with 2 seconds to go in dramatic Falls City win fashion against Pettis, 39-33. As good as Tyler is on the field, he's even better in the classroom. A perfect 4.0 GPA, valedictorian, also plays saxophone for the marching band at halftime, and is all-district in 3 sports, active in his church, and the Future Farmers of America. Jaden Bearfield, a running back, wide receiver, safety for Yorktown. In his district opener, despite triple coverage, Jaden was able to shake free for an 81-yard touchdown reverse that keyed the Wildcats' win over Flatonia. He was disruptive all night, 331 yards rushing, 3 scores, picked off a pass and ran 67 yards, made 9 tackles, and blocked an extra point. In 2010, his brother Aaron won the Built Ford Tough Player of the Week. In track, he is the state's 1A 200-meter champ and runs 2 relay teams, all district in hoops and baseball, member of FCA and the Volunteer Student A. He's the king of Yorktown. Our next man is Craig Dickerson, running back, defensive back for Detroit. In the first 2 runs in the winning week for him, he ran for 110 yards. And after those runs of 66 and 54, he turned into the #1 cheerleader because he accounted for 325 yards on 16 carries, running for nearly 2,000 yards on the season. There's only 134 students at Detroit, and he stands out as the best ever at the school. 2-time district MVP, all-state running back, all-district point guard in hoops, regional qualifier in 3 track events, and an active volunteer in his church. Despite a target on the back, he is a guy that nobody can stop. Our next candidate, Josh Levi, a running back safety from Ganado. Thanks to Josh, Ganado was top ranked and unbeaten for most of the year in a 55-19 win over Jaden's Yorktown. Josh did his damage early, 20 carries, 235 yards and 6 touchdowns. He threw a 25-yard touchdown pass, posted all-time single-season school records, all-state running back, 2,000-yard rusher with 28 scores, plays basketball, regional track, hurdler, involved in the FCA and the Future Farmers of America, while coaching Pee Wee football. Our next man, Hunter Tomlin of Pettis High School. Amazing resilience from this kid who overcame a horrific knee injury on the basketball court his sophomore year. After a tremendous amount of rehab, he returned to be a force on the football field. On only 11 touches, he scored 6 times, added an 86-yard punt return. For good measure, he also made 20 tackles in the same game. His coach says you just can't get him off the field. All district in football, basketball, baseball, nifty 3.35 GPA, a member of the FCA, and motivates kids at the elementary school in the Eagle Mentor Program, qualified for the long jump, and is on the golf team. So if you need any tips after this about your golf swing, Bruce Weber, he'll help you out. Last but not not least, David Mora, running back for the Mason Punchers, the Purple Rain. David closed an astonishing career with 41 carries, 258 yards, and 5 touchdowns in a 62-40 state championship win over Stanford right here at Cowboy Stadium. He was named the Class 1A Division I title game MVP. During the year, he rushed for nearly 2,500 yards and a whopping 54 touchdowns, averaged 9.4 yards per carry. In his career, 7,642 yards, which ranks 14th all-time in Texas, first team All-State, and a 2-time Super Team MVP at his local paper. And the winner of the Class 1A Built Ford Tough Player of the Year is David Mora of the Mason Punchers. All he did was lead the Punchers to their first state championship in a perfect 15-0 season. David stole every heart in his town, population around 2,000, with the 258-yard, 5-touchdown performance in the state title game. He's in the top 15 of his class, reached elementary schools, does so many great things. Congratulations to David, who may look small in stature, but he's